Hey guys, I'm Andrea and today I'm outside, but I'm super excited because I'm going to be participating in my first ever readathon, which is a pretty big deal to me. And I'm going to be doing the Sob-A-Thon, which is hosted by Becca and the Books, Samantha Reading, along with the book My Book Self, the September issue, and Beasley. And they've come up with some really cool challenges and I'm very excited to do them all. So the first question is, read a book on your TBR that you've been putting off because you know it'll make you too emotional. And the book I'm reading is The House of Impossible Beauties by Joseph Cassetta, and I've been putting this book off partially because I know it will destroy me and partially because it's always checked out at the library and I finally have my hands on it. But this is a historical fiction. It's based on a true story. It's based on the House of Extravaganza, the first all-ever Latino drag house in the Harlem ball scene in the 80s. And I know this book is grounded in realism, and because of that I'm expecting very sad things to happen. So I'm really looking forward to reading this book. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I heard it's bleak, but you know what? I'm ready for it. So yeah. The next question is, read a book that will make you cry from happiness. And I don't really cry while reading. I should have said that at the beginning. I don't really cry or show emotion while reading, but I know a book that will make me happy because I've heard so many good things about it. I don't think I've heard anything bad about this book. It's The City of Brass, and I've been putting this book off as well. It's been sitting on my bedside table and I'm including it in this readathon because I know it will force me to actually read it. So I'm really looking forward to reading A City of Brass. It's about like gin and magic and I love both of those things, so sign me up. I'm ready to read this book. The next question is, read a book that destroyed your emotions. And I'm combining this with the fourth prompt, which is read a book under 300 pages. And this book is 276 pages and it's called Ghost of the Tsunami, Life and Death in Japan's Disaster Zone. I don't have the copy with me right now, but I read this book in November for the first time and it absolutely destroyed me. Like I said, I don't really cry when I read books, but this book, it made my heart feel so heavy. It's a non-fiction book. It's about the tsunami and earthquake that happened in Japan, and it centers around the aftermath, centers around this school where all these kids died because of the tsunami, and they died in a way that was totally preventable, and it follows the point of view of the parents and the effects it had on them. It's entirely so heartbreaking. I feel, especially in a 24-hour, news cycle, you see these events and they affect you, or you think about them for a couple of days or a week or two, but then they start to become numbers. And this book really put faces to the people that died, and it's just so heartbreaking. I remember when I read it for the first time, I had to step back a couple of times and like reassess my thoughts and just think it through because it's really such a heartbreaking book. I mean, and adding on to that, the writer, he just deals with it in such a beautiful manner, very respectful, very sympathetic to the parents, and I feel like any lesser writer would have easily crossed the line into exploitation. So I really love this book for the message it really gives people, and I really love it. And it also reminds me of Hiroshima by John Hersey, so I think if you enjoy Hiroshima, you'll definitely enjoy this book. Not enjoy, but like appreciate this book as well. If you guys have read the literary nonfiction piece, The Long Fall of 111 Heavy by Michael Attorney, it looks like this. This is my copy of it, but I'll leave a link to the Esquire article below. It is a July 2000 Esquire article, and it's so beautifully written. It has a very similar style, so if you guys are interested in checking out Ghost Tsunami, you should definitely read this book. It has the same type of vibe. It's all reconstruction. It all goes through the people that were affected. This article is about the Swiss Air flight crash that crashed and it killed 226 people, and it reconstructs how all those people got to the plane, and it goes through their family's point of view in the aftermath. And there's some really amazing, beautiful phrases in this article that really impacted me in such a short space. But I really recommend it if you want to check out Ghost of Tsunami. I'll leave a link below to the Esquire article. And then the last challenge is read the group book, and I'm really excited to actually read the group book, which is The Astonishing Color of After by Emily X.R. Pan. And I've been wanting to read this book, and I haven't had like the time to, I guess, and I don't have it with me. I have it on hold at the library. But this is about a girl whose mother commits suicide, and she turns into a bird. So the girl goes to Taiwan to try to find her mother, and it's about grief and depression. And I just love reading those themes in books, and I'm really excited to get to it. I know I will be feeling all the feels. And yeah, that's my Sob-A-Thon readathon TBR. It's kind of short, but I feel like all the books I picked are super like impactful and will make me sad. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.